Three, two, one, and
Hey
live.
campers, hey campers, what's up? Good morning if you're joining us from the US. Good evening or good night if you're joining us from other parts of the world. Very excited to be back personally for episode 58 of Camp K12 TV for an awesome coding journey on 3D game development and 3D simulation. I'm excited to be joined today by a young coder, grade 10 from Georgia, United States of America, who woke up early this morning to teach us coding. So, with that introduction, Kimberly, I would love for you to turn on your camera and say hi to our audience.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good. What time is it for you?
11:01.
11:01. And just tell the world where you are right now. Give them a sense of maybe the city and what's going on around you. And it's a weekend morning. So what kind of day do you have planned ahead?
Well, we're going to watch some football games, primarily Alabama versus Ole Miss. And like we
Awesome.
usually do, we're going to get Chick-fil-A for lunch.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Post game. That's awesome. Are you going to watch multiple games or one today?
Multiple.
Sounds like a big day. Are you going out for this or are you watching at home?
We're watching the games at home.
Nice. You have a big TV setup for watching the games?
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting. And the whole family is doing this together?
Yes. And also, if we get the chance, we're going to watch some footage of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
From the earlier movie, yeah? There's no new one, is there? It's an
No,
older movie.
it's the same. Yeah, it's a movie from way back, from years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, way back. I remember hearing the name. That's cool. Are you a fan of
Yeah,
Avatar?
I'm liking it so far.
That's awesome. Are you watching a show or it's a movie?
It's an animated series.
Oh, nice. On which kind of platform? What streaming
Well,
platform is it?
we got the complete series on the DVD.
Okay, cool. You know what's so exciting about all these things you've told me about just now is you're watching a football, you're watching sports, and you could actually the topic we've picked for today and that you're going to be teaching us, which is 3D simulation and 3D modeling. You could build a pretty awesome football game in 3D as well. And I
Oh
know you know how
yeah.
to do it. You could actually make multiple players move around with AI, and you could make a ball fly from one side to another. There's a lot of physics that goes into that, a lot of math that goes into that. But having seen you code, I think you'd be able to figure it out quite quickly. You could even make the Avatar animated series on the 3D platform that you're going to be showing us today. Have you tried
Yeah, I
making any?
could try that.
Yeah, yeah. I think after today, the whole audience is going to love to join you in trying to make some of these things with 3D technologies. So you've told us a bit about where you are. Would love for you to tell us more about your journey as a coder. So today I hear from the YouTube video description you're teaching us 3D game development, 3D scripting using JavaScript.
Yes. Yes.
What languages do you code in, or what have you coded in?
I've coded with Scratch and Lua.
Okay, Scratch,
Like
Lua. What did you make? What did you make with Lua?
I've made like pretty not quite advanced Roblox games, but pretty basic
Roblox
Roblox
game.
games.
Yeah, guys, if you guys are watching this and you play Roblox, give Kimberly some love and let her know that you watch it too, so that she can find you afterwards and maybe get you on a common server. In fact, Camp K12 now has a very vibrant Discord community with lots of Roblox contests happening and even Roblox game development workshops happening. And I saw Kimberly at some of those workshops. So you guys, if you play Roblox and watch it, you should feel free to join some of those as well. And you might end up here on Camp K12 TV as well, teaching Roblox one of these days. So you've done Lua coding with for Roblox game development. You have done Scratch. What kind of stuff did you make in Scratch?
I made some platformers and remakes of video games like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong.
Okay, that's awesome. So you could totally
and,
make the
and
Avatar
lots of
series
more.
in 3D, given that you have past experience making games in these platforms. That's awesome.
Yes.
And what else? What other things have you coded outside of Scratch and Roblox?
Mm, JavaScript.
You've done JavaScript. Okay. And we're going to be doing JavaScript today as well. How did you learn JavaScript?
I learned it at Code Ninjas through the websites Blackbird and Code Combat.
Okay. And now you're using JavaScript to do what? Like, give us some sense of what kinds of things you're building with JavaScript.
I'm building some like simulations like what I'll be showing today, and also some games.
Okay. Have you done any robotics, software development for physical things as well?
Yes, I have. That's exactly how I started my coding journey at RobotWorks.
Oh,
I learned
you started with robotics. And so you're in grade 10 now. Guys, Kimberly is in grade 10. And Kimberly, tell us what grade you were in when you started with robotics.
8th grade.
8th grade. All right. So you've been coding for 2 years now.
Yes.
Awesome. We're excited to have you as part of our community and as a student on the Camp K12 platform. And I know that today you're going to be teaching us, you've created an awesome project, taking what you've learned at Camp K12 to put together something that you are passionate about. So tell us a bit about what are we going to do today here on Camp K12 TV? What will you be showing us?
I'm going to show you how to make 3D objects move and hatch. In this case, we're going to make a car and an airplane move. And the airplane will actually...
Yeah, that's awesome. And tell me why you want to make an airplane move. And actually, Kimberly, just 1 second. I forgot to tell our audience today, guys, if you want to chat, we would love for you to ask questions. This is a subscriber only chat, so you would have to find that red button below the video that says subscribe. And you would have to click that button, and then you'll be able to post your questions for Kimberly. And throughout this event, we will be reading your questions. We will be asking Kimberly the questions that are for her. And at the end, after you code along with Kimberly, you will have a chance to challenge her to add some unique features to what she shares with you by chatting with her over there. So click the red button to subscribe, and then you'll have a chat feed on the side where you can chat. All right, Kimberly, back to you. I was asking you, why do you want to teach us how to move an airplane?
So you all can understand the math and the physics behind the airplane just taking off. It's not just...
So it's taking off. The airplane's taking off. It's not just moving. It's actually moving like this. Right?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. And wow, I would actually love to see it. Can you actually share with us what this looks like before we start coding it?
Yes, I can. Oh, wait,
you want to share your screen? Yeah. Do you need access?
Yes.
Okay. Let me find out how to give that to you. Here it is. Kimberly, you are now a co-host with me. So go for it. You should be able to share.
Here's what we'll be working with, and let me show you how it will work when we're finished.
Oh, wow. Sure.
There you can see the car and the airplane are moving. And once the airplane reaches a certain point, it takes off.
Nice.
And once
that
the car
is
reaches,
realistic.
And once the car reaches that end of the road, it automatically stops.
That is so realistic. I just loved how, and is the airplane flying off to the side? Oh, it just vanished, became too small. Okay, this is awesome. And if you wanted to make this animation be even smoother and faster, do you know how to do that?
Yes, I do. It involves a timer.
Awesome. When you teach us, I would love if you can teach us how to make it smoother and faster as well at the end. And I think the audience would love to know how to make their airplanes fly. So guys, this project that Kimberly is showing, it's called Kimberly's Airport. And she's built this nice design using a platform called HatchXR, which is Camp K12's very own 3D virtual reality, augmented reality coding platform. And in it, she's built this airport scene with I think there's a wall there. It's transparent. There's a banana with wheels. and there is an airplane that takes off, and she's animated these things. I think the car moving from left to right, if any of you are coders and any of you are coding with Camp K12, game development with Camp K12, you would know how to move the car left to right. So I think today when you teach us, we can be pretty fast about that one. I think the really interesting thing you've done here is you made the airplane move and then take off. Can you show us one more time?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd like everyone in the audience to just watch the airplane and maybe move closer to the airplane so we can see it. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We can see it. Oh, that is amazing. I just love how it looks so realistic. Congratulations, by the way, Kimberly, on making this and being nominated by your teachers for this. And we're very excited to have you, one of our super coders, on Camp K12 TV with us, sharing your skill and your passion for coding with everyone else that's here today. So let's actually dig a little deeper. So we see the scene where the airplane's taking off. Tell us a bit about how are you actually going to teach us this? What are the steps in which we're going to learn it? It seems really complicated.
We're going to learn this in 3 steps. First, we're going to code the movement for the car moving left to right. Then we're going to code the movement for the airplane left to right. And then we're going to make the airplane change its rotation and move along both the X and Y axis.
Ah, nice. Can you tell us what the X-axis means and what the Y-axis means?
The X-axis means movement horizontally and the Y-axis means movement vertically.
Got it. So you're going to teach us to move the airplane along 2 of the dimensions simultaneously to make it fly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, the best news for our audience today and for anyone else who watches this later is that they can code along with you. So guys, if you want to code along with Kimberly and make your airplane model take off, then click the link that is in the video description. It's a template of Kimberly's project. I think it's called Kimberly's Airport. The link is a hatch link. Click that below in the video description, and you will be transported into this Hatch XR game development and 3D project development environment, and then you'll be at the same place where Kimberly is. So Kimberly, can you show us a template that they would see when they click that link?
Yes.
Okay. Except it'll be a different version without the code already written, right?
Yes. So this is what you'll see. You'll see the airplane.
Nice.
The car isn't showing up, but don't worry, it is there if you look over here.
Yeah. It's there.
And you have these nice buildings in the background and the gradient sky.
Nice. Awesome.
And this text.
Those who are coding along, you're going to see they're going to see the text in the environment?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Everything so why don't you here is what you'll see.
Yeah. Do you want to open the same template that they're using and then show us how to code from there to here, or would you rather just use this one?
I have the template we're working with right here. So
let's go to the template then. Yeah.
So I already have the code open, so we can get started.
Okay. So let's have I think as a step 1, would love for you to show our the folks following along, how do they change that text to make it their own airport? So right now it says Kimberly's Airport. Let's first teach everybody to make it their own airport. So for example, I would say Anshul's Airport or Anshul's Dream World. There you go. So guys, if you're following along, Kimberly, I'll let you talk through it.
So first you need to go to the tab on the left side, scroll down, look for text 3D. Then scroll down until you find the value. It's underneath the text. And then double click. And then you can type in whatever you want. For example,
okay,
Camp K12 Airport.
Well, that's nice of you. That's awesome. All right, let's go with Camp K12 Airport for this one. And so guys who are following along, you can easily change that text by clicking on the text on the left, then properties, that text value. Great. Kimberly, while you're here, can you just tell us the very basics of how this works for those who haven't seen it before? What are we looking at right now? This interface.
So we're looking at we're looking at a city. We have the buildings in the back. Then we have the runway for the airplane and the road for the car. And we have this nice barrier between the airplane and the car.
Okay. Can you click some of these and show us how you made them? Like click the barrier, click the city, and show us how you built it so that if someone's curious how they can make their own city, they can make their own objects. If they want to add a different car other than the banana one you have, how would they do it?
So for the box, I went to basic objects and clicked on box.
Got it.
Then I went to its property, then changed its position. Then I changed also its geometry. I changed the color, made it smooth, edited its opacity and metalness.
Okay. What is the opacity?
The opacity is, think of it like transparency. So how you'll see it.
Yeah. And that's how you made it so that I can see the airplane behind the wall, even when my camera is on the other side. Okay. Awesome. Can you show us the city? How did you make the city? That seems really cool.
For so the buildings, I went to environments, then I clicked the buildings. And that's where, and like I edited the box, I also changed its properties. So I set them to a position. I changed the count, the length, and the width. Then you can change I changed the minimum height, minimum width, and a height variance. So the buildings can actually be different heights. They don't have to be the same. Also,
this is really
width
cool.
variance and rotation variance.
Yeah, you've used one of the more advanced environment objects in Hatch. I've seen a lot of young students that are learning with Camp K12, learning Hatch. They use the sky, they use the ground. They make use of those common things. They use the ocean quite a bit. The building one is a more rare choice. And the fact that you understand these properties so well that you're able to get them to do what you want. Like this environment you've built, it's very custom. And so I really appreciate the work that you've done to build this. And I'm sure the people who are opening the template now also appreciate the nice design you've given them. And now that you've taught them how to change it on the right side, I think they can play with the properties and customize. Can you just show us real quick what happens when you play with the height and width? Just change the city a little bit on the right side.
So you click and hold this circle and then move it left and right. And you can see the buildings are getting taller and shorter.
Very cool. Okay, great. I think it's time to code. So we have actually one more thing I want you to show them. How did you get the banana car?
I went to 3D models and went to Poly, I believe. Then I searched car. Banana car. Yep, there it is right here.
There's so many banana cars. There's another one too. That's funny. And so guys who are watching this, guys and girls, you can search any 3D model you'd like. You can search car, you can search banana, you can even for the airplane, you can find other things. You found the airplane in the same place, right, Kimberly?
Yes.
Okay. So today we're making an airplane fly, but you guys could find any object, right? They can make any object take off. They could make a car take off if they wanted to.
Yeah, that would be something.
That would be something. Yeah. That's a challenge problem. If anyone's watching this and wants to make a car take off, would love for you to make the car take off and post their finished project in the live chat. I'd love to see that. Or if you do it after you watch this video, it's not live, then post it on Discord. We'd love to see your car takeoff project as a remix of Kimberly's project today. All right, Kimberly, I think we now know how to add 3D models. We now know how to customize the environment a little bit. I think we've gotten a hang of the interface. Left side is our layers, right side is our properties. Why don't you introduce us to the coding tab and tell us how we start adding some functionality?
So here's the coding tab. These are the types of code you can add: scenes and events, timers, utilities, math, colors, and sounds.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to do.
What language are you teaching us now?
JavaScript.
Okay, go for it.
So first thing we need to do, we're going to make the car move first. To do that, the first thing we need to do is set the car's X position. Car.setX will do -30. So the car X position will be set to -30 at the beginning. Now we can do the movement code.
Okay.
Car.setX, car.getX, plus 10. This will change the card's X position by 10 and then set it to that new position. And we want the card to move multiple times.
Okay,
So
I just have one question. How did you decide it should be minus 30 at the beginning?
Because that's the position over here. That's near the beginning of the road.
And if someone doesn't know that, how can they figure it out that that's the beginning position if they don't know it already?
Through trial and error. You can go to design and then add the card's X position until you find where you want it to be, and then go to the code and set to that position.
Awesome. I get it now. All right, cool. So you knew from before, but you've done it through trial and error to figure out minus 30 is the edge of your screen. You set that initial card position to the edge of the screen. And then line 3 is, can you just explain that once more?
So the card X position will change by 10, and then it will be set to that new position. So
if you hit run script, if you run script, will the car start going across the screen now?
Yes.
All right. All the way to the end?
Not all the way to the end, just to here.
Because that's 10 units. That's 10 meters in this world, right?
Yes.
Okay. And why is it not going more?
Because we don't have a timer, and that's what we need to make it move multiple times.
Okay.
Now we need to create a timer. Hatch.create timer. We'll name this car timer. Then 1000 function. And 1000 you see here represents milliseconds. So every 1 second, this code will run. So we'll put this code in here.
Nice. I have never seen anyone type that piece of code from memory. I generally see people use the global helper on the left side where it says timers. So for those who haven't used Hatch before, can you show them if this is their first time creating a timer and they need a little bit of help, how can they find the feature on Hatch that lets them add a timer easily?
This light blue square is the timers. You can click here, then click create timer. And then
awesome.
and then a little window will pop up explaining what that function will do.
Great. So what you've done is you've basically typed out what would have shown up on the screen anyways if I'd clicked here.
Yes.
Okay. Keep going.
So now, well, first let's test this to see if it works. The code is working. The banana car is moving by 10 multiple.
That looks nice. That looks nice. And is it going to keep going off the edge of the world?
Yes, it will.
Yep. Okay. So how do we make it stop when it gets to the edge of the world?
We need to make a conditional statement.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
So
I'd love to see you do that.
If car.getX is less than 90. Now I move this in here.
Oh, okay.
So as long as the card's X position is less than 90, this condition will be true. But once the car reaches 90, it will be set to false and the car will automatically stop. So you don't need to type in stop code.
Amazing. All right, let's check it. I'd love to see it working.
By the way, it's important to update your work so you don't have to worry about losing it. So let's do that now.
Okay, good idea.
Now let's test it.
You know, those of them who are using your template will actually now get the code you've typed so far. Yeah, when they refresh.
There you go, itself once it reaches 90.
Perfect. Okay, so you've now taught us very efficiently, and you're such a good teacher. You've taught us how to move the car from left to right along the X dimension by moving it by 10 meters every 1000 milliseconds. And it stops when it gets to 90. So I can imagine that the second step, which was to make the airplane move left to right, is something similar. So you can go ahead and show us how to do that.
So we're going to copy the code we just made for the car and paste it because it will be easy to make syntax errors if we try to type this again. So to avoid that, we're just going to copy and paste.
Got it. And guys, if you have a Mac, you can also do Command C, Command V. If you have a Windows, you can do Control C, Control V. She's using the right click feature in the code editor, but you can also use your keyboard. Yeah. Keep going.
So we need to make sure we change car to airplane because we're moving the airplane now instead of the car.
And how do they know it's called the airplane? Like, not everyone's going to add an airplane, right? Some people are going to make the car take off. So how do you decide which object's name to put here?
So you go to the left tab and look for the object you want to make take off.
Okay.
For example, like airplane or car A. So you will find it in the left tab and then put its name for the function in the code.
You did not write car A, you wrote car. Which one are you moving? Is there another object called car?
All right, the car right here.
So you added two cars, car and car A, and the one you're moving is called car. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you will find the object you want to make take off in the left tab and find its name and then put its name in the code.
All right. Amazing. And so is this going to work? This is going to move the airplane left to right from the same.
Not quite. We need to change car tower to plane tower. Because if you use two different towers with the same name, you'll get an error.
Got it.
Also, we'll set the airplane's X position to -90.
Which again, you must have gotten through trial and error.
Yes.
Okay. Is the airplane vanished? Did it vanish? Yeah, there it is. It was there this time. We also have an audience question.
Okay, there.
So the audience question was, how do you make it go +10 forever until you reach the end? I think you've actually answered that one, right, Kimberly? You answered that. Yeah, you taught the conditional statement on line 4 and line 13 to show people how you make it go forever until you reach the end of the edge of the screen. So I think you actually already answered that. So keep going.
So the plane also goes to the edge of the road, but that's not how we want the plane to work. So we need to do some changes. So we're going to make it go until it reaches 0 on the x-axis. Now we need another conditional statement for when it takes off.
Yep.
So if airplane.getX is greater than or equal to 0, I could just do equal to 0, but then it won't work properly.
Recording in progress.
So we'll do greater than or equal to 0. Okay.
Yep, following you.
Airplane.setX. Airplane.getX +10. Actually, the first thing we need to do is airplane.set rotate. I think set rotation X -30. And then airplane.set Y. Airplane.get Y +10. I think that's it.
So it's going to move right until it hits 0.
Yes, and there we go.
And then it's going to rotate. Wow, it rotated along the x-axis -30, which means 30 degrees, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, can you explain why it started going up? Earlier it was just going to the right. Now it's going to the right and it's going up. Why did that start happening after it reached the 0 point?
Oh, because of this conditional. Once this condition was set to false because it was no longer less than 0, it was equal to 0. Then this condition turned true. And so it executed this code.
Okay. And just so that we learn through trial and error, can you change that -30 to something like -10 and then try -50 and just show people the effect of choosing a different angle that you pass to this function set rotation x?
Okay. So here's what happens if you set the rotation as -10.
And guys in the audience, if you have any questions, great time to ask.
There's a little bit too low.
Yeah, it didn't rotate that much. It still looks like it's just going up and to the right, but keeping the same angle. All right, now try -50. And actually, before you show us what it looks like, can you also, and this is a challenge problem from my side, can you make the animation be faster but smoother? So
yes, so
right now,
make,
what I mean, it's a little choppy, like 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Make it smoother. Challenge problem.
So to make the movement smoother, you change 1,000 milliseconds to, for example, 20.
Whoa. All right. So that's actually 50 times faster. That's going to be nuts. Go ahead. It's going to be crazy. I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll even see it. The airplane's already gone. It's already gone. Yeah. It's 50 times faster than before. So what you'll do, no, hold on. So the challenge problem is not complete yet. So you've now made it faster. You did what I asked, but now I want you to make it, you have to change how much of an effect each of the motion has, right? Rather than moving it 10 meters, you would want to move it less than 10 meters because you're doing it 20 times more. So in fact, you'd want to divide 10 by 20. So you'd want it to be 0.5 instead of 10 to make it, yeah.
So you would change plus 10 of all plus 10 of plus 0.5.
Exactly. Because you're good.
Look at how fast we're going.
Probably you can toggle the values. Again, it's a trial and error thing. There it is.
Now it's much smoother.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's the -10 rotation. That's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now let's see what happens if we do rotation -50.
Yep.
That's a bit too high.
Yeah, it leans a little too much. It looks unrealistic. All right, we have an audience question, and I'm going to need a little more clarification. How do you make the airplane go up? It was only on the road. Whoever asked that, can you just clarify what that means? And when I see the clarification here on my messages, I'm going to ask Kimberly again, because it is going up right now.
Wait, we don't make it go up. We don't make it go up first. We make it move left to right first, so it stays on the ground. So that's this.
Okay.
That's
so the question is, people want to know. Okay, got it. So I understand the question from the audience. I think people are confused how you made it go off the ground. So which is the line of code here that makes the airplane actually go up?
These two airplane. Well, the main one is airplane.set y, airplane.get.
Yeah, just select it for people who are watching. Select line 19. Yeah, there you go. So whoever asked that question, the way we made it take off is through line 19. Can you delete line 19 and show them what happens? Actually, this is a really good one. So guys, whenever you don't know the impact of some of the code, you should try deleting it and run it again. So yeah, just go ahead and run this. Let's see what happens. We've deleted line 19, which was the line that made the airplane go up. And let's see what happens. We're still rotating it. Boom.
Yeah, it looks very wonky.
But now it's just doing like what do you call it? The wheelie. It's doing a wheelie. Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. And it keeps going. And the airplane keeps going because you haven't made it stop, right? You haven't made the airplane stop. Okay. So I think that answers the question. Now, can you add that line back and explain what you're doing as you do it?
Okay. So here I'm having the airplane change its Y position by 0.5 and it's setting it. So it will So it will go up along the y-axis as well as right along the x-axis.
Yes. I think what you need to do, Kimberly, after you show this to them, is go back to the design mode and show people what is the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, so that they know what you mean by I need to set the y position.
Okay.
Just zoom in and show us the airplane. Yeah.
So
it's not loading. Okay, weird.
it's fine though. But anyway, the green arrow you see here is the y-axis. It goes up and down.
Yep.
And the x-axis is the red arrow you see. It goes left and right.
Right.
And the z-axis is the blue arrow. It goes forward and backwards.
Got it. And for those advanced users out there, I'm going to tell you a little bit more here about the math. I want you guys to notice. So can you actually, you've applied a rotation on the airplane. I want them to notice that. Can you just maybe update your code and refresh so that the models load? I don't know why they're not loading. Yeah, just update. Save your own code. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is. Okay. Yeah, go back.
I want to show the Y position back.
Yeah, I want to show them something interesting. So select the airplane. Yeah. I want you guys to notice that she has set rotation Y to 90 degrees. In other words, this is not how she downloaded the model. Then she rotated the model. Can you, the next one, rotation. Yeah, there you go. So that's the Y. Can you change the rotation where it says 90 to 0?
Yes.
0. So guys, when you download models, they will come in their default orientation, and just zoom out so they can see what this airplane looked like when you downloaded it. Yeah, this is how the airplane looked when she downloaded it. She wanted it to move this way. So what she did is she applied a rotation to it, which was, can you do it again? So show us how to make the airplane rotate. No, you're rotating the buildings now. You want to rotate the airplane.
Oh.
Yeah.
You click on the object and then type in the number you want. Yes.
So that rotated the airplane. But I want you guys to keep in mind, for the advanced users out there, there's a question I wanted to ask her, which was, why is it set rotation X rather than something else? Like, I would have expected it to be set rotation Z, because Z is, so the set rotation function asks you which axis are you rotating something around. So if you see the Z axis is the forward and back axis, rotating around the Z would have angled the airplane up. Right? That's how the rotation function works. But why did she do set rotation X? And I wanted to answer that because it's a very advanced thing that she's done. Well, she did rotation X because the plane is rotated relative to its original orientation by 90 degrees. So what would have been the Z is now the X. That's what I wanted to say. In general, when you decide what function to use to rotate an object, think about which axis do I want to rotate it against? So if you have a car moving like this along the x-axis and you want the car to take off, by default, you want to rotate it along this axis. Think of it as like you have like a rod and you're pivoting the thing across the rod. So the rod is going this way, z-axis, and normally you would have rotated your car along the z-axis. But because the whole coordinate system of the object is rotated by 90 degrees, what would have been z becomes X. That's an advanced thing that you would have discovered through trial and error, but there's a math behind it as well. And I just wanted to clarify that. So that was quite advanced, Kimberly. Congratulations on making an airplane take off in a very realistic manner. We have a challenge problem from the audience, and I want to see if you can do it. Can you add some animated humans? So why don't I just give you a moment? I'm going to be silent. Let's see how long it takes you.
That's an easy one. So, and go to 3D model, then search up
animated humans.
Oh, Sketchpad.
Yeah, let's do it.
People. Make sure you click the animate checkbox.
Oh, cool. You can see that Kimberly's quite a pro at Hatch. There's some light models up there too. You're finding just the right one, right? There's a running
Yes.
man. Jovna run looks interesting. Yeah. So guys, she's downloading an animated model. Can you also download one that's non-animated and show us how to use that one from Polly? It might be
Let's
an
see a
internet.
little bit for this.
Might be an internet thing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Go to Polly. You can cancel it. Cancel it. Yeah. Go to Polly. Student Thai guy. He looks like, oh, astronaut should be in our world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Seems to be there. There he is.
I make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, that's a huge astronaut. Now we need to animate them. You can see she's adjusting the, oops, you typed some random stuff. Okay. She's adjusting the X, Y, and Z positions through trial and error. She's just adjusting them on the right side. The other way you could do it is visually drag on the axes. There you go. I think it's good. It's good enough.
There you go.
You're going to make him walk forward.
Think of-
Oh, yeah, that's good. Let's make him walk forward along the Z. Well, okay, yeah, you can use that. So guys, she's now showing you, no, that's fine. You can use the animation feature if you've used it before. You can animate any of these things using the built-in animations engine or using code. So which one do you prefer, Kimberly?
Animation.
Wow, go for it.
So you click the add animation button to make sure it's positioned on scene load. So here's the original position that will already be set. So the X will remain the same for 2.
That'll remain the same too.
And for the Z,
Yep.
that's right.
Again, this is a trial and error thing. So you can just try random stuff. You can, so you know you want to move it in the positive direction because the blue arrow of the Z is pointing forward. And if -20 was its original, then you can move it to something like maybe like 20, positive 20.
That'll be good enough.
Oops, yeah, there we go. And you need to go to animations. Nice. She's perfecting it. 25. Nice.
It will repeat infinite times.
Okay. And then you want to make it go back and forth, right? Oh, it's already alternate. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you preview this? Just show us a preview. Does it work? If you go up, preview. Yeah, click preview. Okay, so you can see a slight preview of the guy going back and forth. All right, cool. Now let's try it. I think it might be a little too fast. Do you see how fast he's going? You want to change the duration.
I'll try 3 seconds.
All right.
Now let's click play and see how it works. It was
Nice.
going back and forth.
Yeah, we made it work. We made it work.
I think we should do the same for
Animated
the astronaut.
Astronaut, you could make it just rotate in space. You want to show them how to use the animation engine to make it rotate?
So we
These are
click
very
the S.
advanced. Yeah, very advanced things you're doing.
Oh, it's not appearing, but it's fine. Again, we click the add animation button. And instead of position, we click rotation. No. But more trial and error.
You know, for rotation, if you just wanted to spin, you could just do 0 to 360. That always works. because that's a full.
I'll make sure that was the y-axis I wanted to rotate, not another axis.
Yes. Okay. Makes sense. Again, guys, the way you decide which axis you want to rotate along is you find the axis and then you like spin your hand, and that's the axis you rotate along. So the astronaut's y is, up and down. You want to move it this way, that's going to be about the y-axis. Yeah. So just do 360 on the y.
I'll make it 3 seconds again so it doesn't go too fast. And again, we'll repeat infinite times.
But this time, do you want it to alternate, or you want it to just keep going forward direction? I think you
We
just
can try forward.
Yeah. You want to preview it? I think it's, oh, nice. That's good.
Now
That's good. Really good.
Seeing the scene.
There he is.
That was very nice.
Guys, a round of applause for Kimberly. That was a challenge problem she accepted and executed on insanely fast. And I have to say, Kimberly, you were an exceptional coder, but you were also an exceptional teacher today. The code that you wrote, go back to that tab, the code tab. It's
we need to fix the airplane set rotation back to 30.
Yes, yeah, go for it.
It's gonna look weird.
Yeah. And then why don't you update it so that those who haven't been able to finish it yet, they can just refresh their screen and have access to your code once it runs.
Update. There.
So guys, the link that we posted in the video now includes the finished project that Kimberly has just shown you. It has the full code she's just typed because she pushed it to the cloud. She updated it, and it has the animated human. I think it's a Trump, I think. And there's the astronaut, yeah, which is rotating. So Kimberly, you wrote these 22 lines of code very quickly, very efficiently, and well done. Kudos to your teacher as well, who taught you to code like this. And thank you for gracing us with your presence this morning on a weekend evening. I'm just going to wait another minute if there are any other questions from our audience. Oh, I guess they want you to add some trees. They want you to add. Go ahead. Why don't you add some trees, and then we'll wrap this up and we'll let everyone go on to their weekend activities.
So to add trees, you go to the environments tab and you click on. Well, actually, no.
You can just do 3D models. Yeah. Oh, you want to do
you
grass?
You could do 3D models.
I know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
But there's another way.
Grass. It's right there. There's grass. Yeah.
That's not it.
No, there is another way. Do you want me to tell you? So you can either add the models. You can either add the models, or you can find the environment. You want me to show you? Go to the environments tab. Click on ground terrain. Now find I think you go down. No, that's fine. You can just change the colors. Oh yeah, there you go. So guys, this is it. Trees, mushrooms, so many things are supported. Now, did it not update? Oh, there they are. There they are. Yeah. You can remove the pyramids didn't disappear. Weird. Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
It's okay. I think when you refresh it, it might be fine.
Okay, let me update again. So.
You want to make them green, just so they look like trees.
All right, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you already had a.
Oh wait, I added two ground.
Oh, that's why. Remove one of them. That's why you have ground 2 has the pyramid showing.
And now let me click on refresh again. Oh wait. Okay, so
That's why the pyramids are showing. Yeah, delete that one. Just hit, yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Now we'll make them green.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, that's so good. That was an instant change. Yeah. Nice. I have to change the trees color also. Boom, boom. Amazing. Now just get rid of the grass that was there. Delete it. Quite cool. Now I can show you something. There. Oh, you're trying to make the road. Yeah, that's cool. I can show you how to get rid of the trees from the middle. So go back to ground. Yeah, scroll down. Do you see play area size? Go up, go up, go up, up, up. This one, just change. Yeah, change that. Move that around. Oh no, it's not working for the trees. That's okay. What that does is it makes the center be clear. Yeah. Nice. You can make the trees bigger. And then, yeah, there you go. Make the trees bigger. Down. Where did the trees go? Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's too big.
That's too big. All right.
Okay, that works. 7.
Nice. Nice. And why don't you do one more thing, which is you can scale the entire ground by 2. So go up and just make scale 2 to 2. Yeah. And that just creates more empty space in the middle, and you can reduce the number of trees.
That's good. 35.
Yeah,
We don't want too many. 40.
Yeah, I think they get it. I think you've shown them how to add trees. There are actually many ways to add trees, guys. This is the generative way. Like you use a built-in ground template and you use the generator provided in that. The other way is you download a 3D model of a tree and you just clone it a bunch of times. And that gives you, full control over how to place your trees. There you go.
And there are plenty of trees you can use.
Why don't you update it and show us the finished product?
Yeah.
Camp K12 Airport. Nice. That looks amazing. The trees are perfect. The trees are so perfect. Yeah. They're on the sides of the road. Wow. Guys, I am amazed right now. I am amazed. Oh, congratulations.
It goes perfect with this beautiful sky.
That goes so well. What do you guys think? Isn't that awesome? I'm not reading their live chats right now, but I hope they're excited. Hey, someone's asking you to paste that line 22 code in the chat box. So can you just go to code and send it to me on Zoom, and I can send it to my team.
The entire thing?
Actually, yeah, why don't you do this? Just update, and I think they'll get access to it. Update. So whoever's asking for the code, you should just find the link to her project. It's called Kimberly's Airport. It's in the video description. Open it, go to code. You're going to see everything there. You will be able to see her code. It's a public project. So I don't even have to send you a particular line. You can see the whole thing. And in fact, I would request our team to just find the YouTube video link and paste it in the chat box also. All right. Kimberly, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Tell me more about why you love coding.
Because I can get a deep understanding of the technology that we have. And also I learn how to talk to it and give it specific directions.
Yeah, you're basically talking to a computer, telling it what to do. Coding is like a language, right? And how do you like your Camp K12 experience and classes so far?
I really like it.
We love having you on the platform. Yeah.
I learned some things I've learned previously, and also things. So some of it's a review, and some of it's stuff I haven't learned previously. I'm really enjoying my experience.
Yeah, and I think you've got a long journey ahead of you in coding. It's something that never ends. I haven't stopped coding since I started, and I wish you an amazing coding journey and lots more workshops like these where you can share your passion with other people. And again, thank you for teaching us this awesome project. I could not have anticipated how awesome it would look by the time we finished. This is really good. All right,
Thank you.
guys, that's it for episode 58. We will wish Kimberly an amazing day ahead with her football games that she's watching at home with family and the movies she's going to watch. Have a great weekend ahead, Kimberly, and to all of you as well. Have a good weekend.
Thank
Signing